Hello, my name's Cesar Lopez, and I'm here to help you learn how to use Google Docs and able to collaborate with people across the nation, across the state, across the county, or even right next door to you. Google has a great resource that is completely free that will help people collaborate in creating documents together. This is a great way to have members of a board review minutes to ensure the best accuracy, or you could collaborate to create various documents for your organization. So you do not need a Google account and able to edit. Therefore, you do not have to have a Gmail account, but you're welcome to create one, and that would allow you easier access and able to edit a document. So the author does have to have a Google account. So I'm going to go ahead and log in to an account. So I'm going to go to mail.google.com. And so then it's going to ask you, I just happen to have a lot of accounts. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Desert Master Gardener account. And that immediately takes you to your email. But we did not want to be in our email. We just needed to sign in. So instead, to get to the docs, you type in docs, so DOCS period google.com, and that takes you to the launch page for Google Docs. There are some templates that you could follow if you're looking for inspiration for a particular document. Most of the time, we just open a blank document. Up here, you would title whatever your document's going to be, and then you see the traditional toolbar you see in any word processing document, and then you would type, like usual in a word processing document. For the sake of time, I did create this mock document already, where we had ABC minutes from a meeting with several characters such as Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Pluto, and Donald Duck. And they had a meeting about Mr. Mouse made a motion that they should purchase some land in Newport to build a theme park. And they hadn't determined Disneyland yet. So they decided they were just talking about purchasing land in Newport to build a theme park. So up here, what makes Google Docs and the reason for me creating this video is the share feature. By sharing, you can go ahead and share this document to anybody's email. So I happen to be that individual. This is a non-Google account, and I'm doing that on purpose. You can decide whether you just want them to view the document, so you would select view. If you want them to just make comments, you would set commentator. And if you trust this person to make edits without having to have the approval of the author, you can go ahead and put editor. You can send them a message along with the document that they will receive. So please help me edit and make changes. I am going to go one step back. So before I add the person, which I already technically did, I do want to talk about this down here. Most of the time it's set to the default as restricted, meaning only the people that receive this link can have access to this file. Most of the times, if you're working with people from several different domains, meaning they're coming from different organizations, I find that the restricted is very restricted. So instead, I tend to use anybody with this link. And then this way, any firewalls or any protections that organizations might have allow the link to work a little better. So I would suggest you change that to anybody with the link, but still a person needs to have the link and able to edit the document. And then once again, you can change it to, oh, this person can edit, this person can comment, or this person can only be a viewer. I'm going to go ahead and place it as a commentator. And then you can go back and make sure you add the person. And once again, I'm going to put them as commentators. Okay, so then we press send, and it's going to send them an email alerting them that they've been added to this document. I'm going to go ahead and log it out of this account so I don't confuse my computer, since I'm using my computer to demonstrate this skill. So I've logged out of Google. So now this is my email I received from the author, and like you saw, it's went ahead and it sent the message, and here's that link that it sent to the document. So now I'm in as a non-Google user. If this is your first time accessing a Google Doc without having a Gmail account, Gmail will ask you to sign up real quick. And it's a quick sign in. It's going to ask you, oh, do you want to create a Google account? If you don't, basically it's your name. It's going to ask you for your name and your birthday. It's the same setup as if you were setting up a Gmail account, but you can still edit using a standard email that is not a Google account. So you can edit that way. As a commentator, whatever changes I make will show up as anonymous. Because I did not sign in, I didn't create my account, they're going to show up as... Actually, I need to... Then actually, once I start making changes... Oh, I can delete them that way, I believe. The author has to go ahead and make the changes or approve the changes. So that's one of the downfalls of not having a Google account. But if you do at least create an account to edit, then what I like about it is that it will identify you as a person that can go ahead and make comments, but it's still not going to make the changes. The author has to approve those changes. And so sometimes it's better to sign in, because if you make a mistake, you can easily be like, oops, that was a mistake. But it looks like if you're not signed in at all, you can still suggest changes, but you can't make edits to it. So I'd suggest you at least, if you do not want to create a Google account, you at least sign up with your current email to be able to make changes, and then it would show up. So for example, let's say that we made a mistake and we actually had one more person show up. So we are going to go ahead and get rid of Anne, and then we're going to add, and it's going to show a strike if you delete. And then if you want to add, you can type as usual. Mr. Disney decided to make an appearance, but the minutes forgot to reflect that. And the good thing is, if multiple people are working, automatically the system will pick a different color for that person. So then let's say, oh yeah, we also made a mistake. So I'm going to delete, which makes a strike. And instead of Newport, it was supposed to be Anaheim. So then those are here. And so those would be my suggested changes. I'm going to go ahead and log out of this and go back in as the author. So I'm back as the author, but now I'm going to open that up, and I come back, and now I see that, oh, there's all these changes. Here's those anonymous spellings or suggestions. If I don't recognize the person, or if it doesn't make sense to me, like all that gibberish, then I can, as the author, can choose, no, I'm not going to accept that. Here's some more gibberish. So it's pertaining to this section. I'm going to be like, no, I'm not going to accept that. Okay, so now that the things that looked a little strange or that somebody didn't sign in, you can go ahead and see and adopt some of those changes. And another way to see the changes is you can go ahead and click that button, and it will show you what changes have been made or suggested. You just go back. So you look over the suggestions, and this person said, oh yeah, we forgot about Walt Disney. So if I click as the author, suggested, accepted, then it's going to make the change. Same thing with, oh yeah, we should also add Anne or delete Anne. So it's automatically going to delete it. And then the maker of the motion, maybe it was Mr. Mouse that came in and like, oh no, it wasn't Newport, it was Anaheim. And then as the author, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So I would accept those changes, and it automatically would make the changes to the document. Now, if I wanted to share this as a editor, you can make it an editor. So this person is now an editor. This is the difference. I just signed out, but I'm going back to that email that I received. Oh, and then it's going to send an email back saying, oh yeah, these were the things that were suggested. And then it will let the person know, oh yeah, they were accepted or not. But I'm going back to the document because now I'm an editor. And as an editor, if I have confidence in that person as the author, they can make changes as they like. Then you go ahead and put them as an editor instead of commentator, and that lets them edit the document as they see fit. But as an editor, you can also switch to suggested mode, and then you can add these little text boxes to, let's say it wasn't going to be named Disneyland. You can highlight that and add these little comment text boxes. Oh, and I need to sign back in. And you could be like, oh, something, 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 and then they'll show up like in the commentator. It's just if you set it up as a commentator, these little boxes will automatically come. But if you want to still just suggest, you would add the comments, highlight the part that you think needs to get changed in editor mode. But if you're somebody that wants to just have people suggest, then share it as commentator only. I hope this video has been helpful in getting you started with Google Docs and using it as a collaborative tool. Please let me know if you have any questions using Google Docs. I am a certified educator in Google Education applications, so I'm welcome to answer any questions you might have, not just on Google Docs, but any of the other applications that Google has. Thank you so much for watching.